The river ran black under the autumn moon, and Mira Hayes should have kept walking. But her daughter Lily was already racing down the muddy bank, her small voice cutting through the sound of rushing water. "Mama, there's someone in the river." And just like that, everything changed. Now, before we dive deeper into this emotional journey, I need your help. My ex-boyfriend said I am a failure and can never be successful telling stories on YouTube because nobody will subscribe to a failure's channel. Please subscribe now, let's prove him wrong. It will be a shame if what he said happens. Please help this young lady gain her confidence back, and please tell me where you are watching from right now. Drop your location in the comments because I would love to know where my amazing viewers are tuning in from and to prove to him that people around the world now watch my channel. Now let's get back to Mira. Mira's boots slid on the wet stones as she grabbed Lily's shoulder, pulling her back from the edge. Rose, only 4 years old, clung to Mira's jacket, her tiny fingers twisted in the fabric. The cold bit through Mira's thin clothes. November in Pine Hollow was unforgiving, especially this close to the water. There Lily pointed. "Mama, look." Mira's heart seized. A figure floated face down near the opposite bank, pale against the dark current. Arms spread. Still. Her breath caught. Every instinct screamed to turn around, to protect her girls from whatever horror this was. They had enough darkness in their lives. She worked 2 jobs to keep the lights on in their falling-apart cottage. She skipped meals so Lily and Rose wouldn't. She didn't need this. Didn't need another burden. But she was already handing Rose to Lily. "Stay here. Do not move." The water was ice. It punched the air from her lungs as she waded in, each step a battle against the current. Her fingers found fabric first, then skin, cold as marble. She grabbed hold and pulled, dragging the body toward the shore with strength she didn't know she had. Lily helped haul him onto the rocks, and that's when Mira saw his face. Beautiful. That was the first word that came to her mind, and she hated herself for it. He looked maybe 30, though something about him felt older. Dark hair plastered to a face too perfect to be real. Sharp cheekbones. Lips tinged blue. No breath. She pressed her palm to his chest. No heartbeat. She should have left him. Should have taken her girls and run. But her hands were already tilting his head back, her mouth covering his, breathing air into lungs that shouldn't still need it. Once. Twice. She pumped his chest, counting compressions the way she'd learned years ago in a CPR class she could barely afford. "Come on. Come on." "Nothing." "Mama, is he dead?" Lily whispered. Mira didn't answer. She breathed into him again, harder this time, desperate. Then his chest jerked. Water spilled from his mouth. His eyes snapped open, and Mira's world stopped. They were silver. Pure molten silver. And they locked onto hers with an intensity that made her forget the cold, forget the river, forget everything except the strange pull in her chest. He gasped, shuddering, and those impossible eyes flickered with confusion, then pain, then something sharp and aware. His hand shot up and gripped her wrist. Not hard, but firm. His lips moved. "You saved me." His voice was rough, broken, but it carried an accent she couldn't place. Old. European maybe. Why? Because you needed saving. Mira pulled back, heart hammering. She was suddenly aware of how close they were, of her daughters watching, of how insane this all was. He tried to sit up and collapsed, groaning. Blood seeped through his shirt, dark and too thick. A wound in his side. Mira saw the edges of it, jagged, like something had been torn out. "You're hurt. We need to get you to a hospital." "No. The word came out fierce. No hospitals. You're bleeding. You'll die. His eyes met hers again, and this time she saw it. The fear underneath the command. The vulnerability. Please. His fingers tightened on her wrist, just slightly. No hospitals. Mira looked at Lily and Rose, both wide-eyed and shivering. She looked at the stranger who should be dead, whose eyes were the wrong color, whose grip was too cold. Every rational part of her screamed danger. But she had never been good at listening to rational things. Okay. She pulled off her jacket and pressed it against his wound. Okay. Can you walk? He nodded, but when she and Lily helped him to his feet, he nearly crumpled. Mira caught him, her small frame somehow supporting his weight. He was tall, maybe 6'2", and solid. But he leaned on her like she was the only thing keeping him tethered to the earth. Their cottage was a 10-minute walk that felt like an hour. Rose held Mira's hand. Lily walked ahead, glancing back every few seconds. The stranger, this man with silver eyes and blood too dark, said nothing. But Mira felt him studying her. Felt the questions he wasn't asking. When they finally reached the house, small and crooked and home, Mira kicked the door open and guided him to the couch. He collapsed onto it, eyes closing. Lily. Get the first aid kit. Rose, warm water and towels. The girls scattered. Mira knelt beside him, peeling back his shirt. The wound was deep, but already the bleeding was slowing. That wasn't normal. Nothing about this was normal. What's your name? She asked quietly. His eyes opened. For a long moment, he just stared at her. Then, so softly she almost missed it, Dorian. Dorian. She nodded. I'm Mira. Those are my daughters, Lily and Rose. Why did you save me, Mira? She paused, cloth in hand. I don't know. Because they needed to see that we help people. Because I couldn't just walk away. Even when you're afraid. It wasn't a question. She met his gaze. Especially when I'm afraid. Something shifted in his expression. Something that looked almost like wonder. Lily returned with the kit. Rose brought the water, sloshing half of it on the floor. Mira cleaned the wound as best she could, and Dorian didn't flinch. Didn't make a sound. Just watched her with those unnerving, beautiful eyes. When she was done, she sat back. You should rest. We'll figure out the rest in the morning. Why are you doing this? Because someone should. She stood, exhaustion hitting her all at once. And maybe because I know what it's like to feel like you're drowning. His hand caught hers. Gentle. Careful. Thank you. Mira's breath hitched. His touch was still cold, but there was something in it. Something that made her chest ache. She pulled away. Get some sleep, Dorian. As she ushered Lily and Rose upstairs, she glanced back once. He was watching her, silver eyes glowing faintly in the dark. And for the first time in 3 years, Mira felt something other than exhaustion. She felt alive. Mira woke to the smell of coffee. That was impossible. She hadn't bought coffee in 2 months. Couldn't afford it. She stumbled downstairs in her worn pajamas, following the scent, and froze in the kitchen doorway. Dorian stood at her stove, moving with careful precision despite the wound in his side. He'd found her last can of grounds, the one she'd been saving for emergencies. 3 mugs sat on the counter. Steam rising. He turned when he heard her, and in the morning light, he looked different. Stronger. The silver in his eyes was softer now, almost gray. You should be in bed. Her voice came out rougher than she intended. I heal quickly. He poured coffee into a mug and offered it to her. A thank you. For last night. She took it, fingers brushing his. Still cold. You're freezing. I run cold. That's not normal. No. He watched her take a sip. It's not. The coffee was perfect. Rich and dark and exactly what she needed. She hated that he'd found her weakness so easily. Hated the way her shoulders relaxed despite everything screaming that this man was dangerous. Lily and Rose thundered down the stairs, stopping short when they saw Dorian. Rose hid behind Lily's leg. Lily, braver, stepped forward. Are you a ghost? Lily asked. Dorian's lips twitched. Almost a smile. No. Not a ghost. Then why are your eyes like that? Lily. Myra's voice held warning. It's all right. Dorian knelt slowly, bringing himself to Lily's height. Wincing just slightly. They're different because I'm different. I'm very old. And I'm not entirely human. The words hung in the air like smoke. Myra's grip tightened on her mug. Rose peeked out from behind Lily, curiosity winning over fear. How old? Lily asked. 347 years. Myra's laugh came out sharp. Okay. That's enough. Girls, go get dressed. Mama, he's telling the truth. Lily didn't move. Look at him. Really look. And Mira did. She looked at the way the morning sun through the window didn't quite touch him, how shadows clung to him like a second skin. She looked at the wound that should have killed him, now barely visible beneath the torn shirt. She looked at his eyes, ancient and sad and far too knowing. What are you? The question escaped before she could stop it. Dorian stood slowly. He held her gaze. Didn't flinch. Didn't hide. I'm a vampire, Mira. And I was thrown into that river to die by the only family I had left. The mug slipped from Myra's hand. It shattered on the floor, coffee spreading like blood across the tiles. Rose gasped. Lily grabbed Myra's arm. But Mira couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. Because suddenly, impossibly, it all made sense. The cold skin. The silver eyes. The wound that was healing itself. The age in his voice. You're insane. She stepped back. This is insane. Dorian didn't move toward her. I know how this sounds. Get out. Mira, please. Get out of my house. Her voice broke. Away from my daughters. Mama. Lily's grip tightened. Mama, he's not lying. Lily, he's dangerous. I'm not here to hurt you. Dorian's voice was quiet. Steady. If I wanted to harm you, I would have done so last night. You saved my life. I owe you a debt I can never repay. You don't owe me anything. Just leave. I can't. Why not? Because whoever put me in that river knows I survived. Dorian's expression darkened. And they will come looking. They will follow my blood, my trail. And it leads here. To you. The room tilted. Mira reached for the counter, steadying herself. No. No, no, no. I'm sorry. And he looked it. Genuinely devastated. I never meant to bring danger to your door. But they're coming. And when they get here, they won't care that you're human. They won't care about your daughters. Then why are you still here? Mira's hands shook. Why didn't you just keep running? Dorian moved then. Not toward her. Toward the window. He looked out at the woods beyond, at the gray November morning, and his voice dropped to something raw. Because I have been running for 200 years. And I am tired. He turned back to her. And because for the first time in longer than I can remember, someone looked at me and saw something worth saving. Mira's throat tightened. She felt Lily and Rose pressed against her sides, felt their fear and confusion and trust. She looked at this vampire, this monster, this broken man in her kitchen who made coffee and knelt for children and carried centuries of loneliness in his eyes. How long until they come? 2 days. Maybe 3. And when they do, I fight. He met her eyes. And I make sure you and your daughters survive. What do you want from us? Nothing. His voice cracked. Just a chance to do one good thing before I turn to dust. Mira's next breath hurt. She looked at her daughters. At Lily's fierce protectiveness. At Rose's wide trusting eyes. She thought of every time she'd been alone and drowning and desperate for someone to just see her. She thought of pulling a dying man from a river because her daughter believed in saving people. Okay. The word came out steady. You can stay. But you tell us everything. No more secrets. Dorian's eyes widened. You would trust me? After what I just told you? No. Mira stepped forward, glass crunching under her feet. But I'll give you the chance to earn it. For the first time since she pulled him from the water, Dorian smiled. Really smiled. It transformed his face, made him look young and wondering and heartbreakingly hopeful. Thank you, Mira. Don't thank me yet. She bent to pick up the broken mug. Now sit down and tell us why someone wanted you dead. And as Dorian began to speak, as he told them of betrayal and power in a vampire court that had turned on him, Mira realized something terrifying. She believed him. And worse, she was starting to care what happened to him. The rest of the morning passed in a haze of impossible revelations. Dorian sat at her small kitchen table, Lily and Rose perched on chairs across from him, and spoke of things that shouldn't exist. Vampire covens. Blood oaths. An ancient council that governed the night. He'd been a lord once, he said. Ruled over territories that spanned 3 countries. But he'd grown tired of the cruelty. Tired of treating humans as cattle. He tried to broker peace between their kinds. And for that, his second in command, a vampire named Cassius, had poisoned him with iron and silver, bound his powers, and thrown him into the river to dissolve slowly in running water. The only way to truly kill us, Dorian explained quietly. Running water strips our magic. We become mortal. Vulnerable. But you didn't die. Lily leaned forward. Because your mother pulled me out before the water could finish what the poison started. Mira scrubbed at the coffee stain on the floor harder than necessary. She didn't want to think about timing. About fate. About what it meant that she'd been walking by that river at that exact moment. This is too much. She stood abruptly. I need air. She walked outside before anyone could stop her. The cold hit her like a slap. She wrapped her arms around herself, staring at the woods that edged their property. 2 days, he'd said. Maybe 3. She should pack up the girls and run. Drive to her sister's place 3 states away. Forget any of this happened. But she had $40 in her bank account and a car that barely started. And something told her running wouldn't matter. Not if vampires were real. Not if they were coming. The door creaked behind her. She didn't turn. I know this is overwhelming. Dorian's voice. Soft. Careful. You think? She laughed bitterly. Yesterday my biggest problem was making rent. Today I'm hiding a vampire from his homicidal family. You don't have to do this. I can leave. Lead them away. And how long before they circle back? Before they wonder about the woman and children who live in the cottage by the river? Silence. Then, I'm sorry. Stop apologizing. Mira finally looked at him. He stood in the doorway, keeping distance between them. Respectful. That was what got her. He was a 300-year-old predator, and he was treating her like she had all the power. Why did he betray you? Really? Dorian's jaw tightened. Because I fell in love with a human. A woman named Claire. I wanted to leave the coven, live a quiet life with her. Cassius said I was abandoning my duties. That I was choosing weakness over power. What happened to her? She died. Old age. I held her hand through it. He looked away. That was 90 years ago. And I haven't stayed in one place since. Mira's chest ached. She wanted to stay angry. Stay detached. But she knew that grief. Knew what it was to lose everything. My husband died 3 years ago. The words came without permission. Car accident. Drunk driver. I was pregnant with Rose. Lily was only 3. One day we were a family, the next I was alone with 2 babies and a mountain of debt. Dorian's eyes softened. I'm sorry. Everyone's sorry. She shrugged. Sorry doesn't pay the bills. Doesn't make it hurt less. You just keep moving because stopping means drowning. Is that what you've been doing? Just moving? What else is there? He stepped closer. Not quite into her space, but near enough she could see the details. The faint scars on his hands. The way his hair curled slightly at his collar. Living, Mira. There's living. Rich coming from someone who's technically dead. His laugh surprised her. Low and genuine. Fair point. Despite everything, Mira smiled. This is insane. I'm insane. Probably. I should kick you out. You should. But I'm not going to. No. His voice dropped. You're not. They stood there in the cold, 2 broken people who'd survived things that should have killed them, and something passed between them. Understanding maybe. Recognition. The door burst open. Lily stuck her head out. Mama, Rose is asking if vampires eat pancakes. Mira blinked. Then looked at Dorian. Do you? I haven't had pancakes in a century. Is that a yes or no? It's a yes if you're offering. And just like that, the weight lifted slightly. Mira shook her head, fighting another smile. Come on. Let's feed the ancient vampire breakfast. As they walked inside, Dorian's hand brushed her shoulder. Just for a second. But it sent warmth through her despite his cold skin. And Mira knew, with absolute certainty, that she was in serious trouble. The day unfolded strange and domestic. Mira made pancakes while Dorian sat with Lily and Rose, answering their endless questions with patience that surprised her. Yes, he could turn into a bat. No, he didn't do it often because it gave him headaches. Yes, garlic bothered him but only because he was allergic. No, he didn't sparkle. That one made Rose giggle until she hiccuped. Mira watched from the stove, spatula in hand, and tried to reconcile this gentle man with the monster from stories. He smiled at Rose's jokes, let Lily braid a tiny section of his hair, complimented the crayon drawing she made of him with exaggerated fangs. "You're good with them." Mira set a plate in front of him. "I had children once." Dorian's expression went distant. "Long ago. Before I was turned." "What happened to them?" "They lived full lives. Died of old age, surrounded by grandchildren who never knew what their father had become." He cut into the pancakes slowly. "I watched from the shadows. Made sure they were safe. That was enough. That must have been lonely." He looked up at her, silver eyes piercing. "Yes." The weight of that single word pressed against Mira's ribs. She sat down across from him, her own breakfast forgotten. "How do you survive that? Watching everyone you love fade? You find purpose where you can. You protect when you're able. And you hope that someday the loneliness ends. Does it?" Dorian held her gaze. "I'm starting to think it might." Before Mira could respond, a sound cut through the morning. Sharp. Mechanical. A car engine. Mira's blood froze. They didn't get visitors. Ever. Their cottage was too far off the main road, too forgotten. Dorian was already moving. He crossed to the window in a blur of speed that made Lily gasp. "Stay away from the glass." His voice had changed. Harder. Ancient. "Who is it?" Mira pulled Rose into her lap. "I don't know. But they're not human." A knock at the door. 3 precise raps. Dorian positioned himself between the door and Mira's family. "Don't invite them in. No matter what they say." "I thought that was a myth." "It's not." The knock came again. Louder. Mira's heart hammered. She stood, setting Rose down gently. "Stay with Lily." "Mira, don't." Dorian reached for her. "It's my house." She moved past him, pulling strength from somewhere deep. "I answer my own door." She opened it a crack. A woman stood on the porch, impossibly beautiful. Red hair. Green eyes. A smile that didn't reach her face. "Hello." The woman's voice was silken poison. "I'm looking for someone." Tall, dark hair, probably injured. "Have you seen anyone like that?" "No." Mira kept her voice steady. "Sorry." The woman's smile widened. "Are you sure? I can smell him from here. Old blood. Fear. Desperation." I said no. "May I come in?" "Just to look around." "No. You may not." The woman's eyes flashed red. Just for a second. Mira's stomach dropped. "That's unfortunate." The woman leaned closer, and Mira saw the fangs. "Because Cassius is very eager to finish what he started. And he doesn't like loose ends. Tell Cassius he can go to hell." The woman laughed. "Oh, I like you. Such fire. It's almost a shame." She moved fast, reaching for Mira. But faster still, Dorian was there. He'd crossed the room in a heartbeat, slamming the door shut. His hand pressed against the wood, and Mira saw symbols glow faintly under his palm. Warding marks. The woman shrieked outside. "You can't hide forever, Dorian. Watch me. Cassius will burn this house down. Kill everyone inside. Then he'll have to answer to the council for murdering humans unprovoked. Even he's not bold enough for that. Silence. Then footsteps retreating. The car engine roared to life and faded into the distance. Dorian sagged against the door. The glow marks faded. Mira realized she was shaking. Are we safe? For now. He turned to her. She was a scout. Testing to see if I'm really here. Cassius will come himself soon. How soon? Tomorrow night. One day. Mira's legs gave out. She slid down the wall, sitting hard on the floor. We have one day. Dorian knelt beside her. I will protect you. I swear it. How? You're still weak. That wound. I'll be stronger by tomorrow. And I know Cassius. Know how he fights. And if you lose, I won't. But if you do, then you take your daughters and you run. There's a sanctuary 2 hours north. A church. The priest there knows about our kind. He'll hide you. Mira grabbed his hand. Cold. Always so cold. Don't you dare die protecting us. Don't you dare make me explain to my daughters that another person they care about is gone. His fingers tightened around hers. I have survived 3 centuries of war, plague, and betrayal. I'm not dying in a cottage in Pine Hollow. Promise me. I promise. She didn't know who moved first. But suddenly his forehead was pressed to hers, their breaths mingling, and Mira felt something crack open in her chest. Something she'd locked away when they'd lowered her husband into the ground. Hope. Mama? Rose's small voice. Are the bad people gone? Mira pulled back, wiping her eyes quickly. For now, baby. For now. Dorian stood, offering his hand. She took it, letting him pull her up. Their hands lingered together for a moment too long. We have one day. Mira squared her shoulders. Then we'd better get ready. Dorian smiled. Sad and proud and grateful all at once. You're remarkable. You know that? I'm terrified. That's what makes you brave. And as Lily and Rose crowded around them, as they began planning and preparing for a fight that shouldn't be theirs, Mira realized something that both terrified and thrilled her. She wasn't alone anymore. And neither was he. Now, I want to ask you something because this is the part where everything shifts. If you were Mira, would you fight for someone you just met, someone who brought danger to your door? Or would you run? Drop your honest answer in the comments. I need to know what you would do. And if you're feeling this story, if it's got you hooked, don't leave me hanging. Hit that subscribe button. I poured everything into this, and your support is what keeps these stories coming. One click. That's all it takes. Night fell too quickly. Mira put the girls to bed early, singing the lullaby her mother had sung to her. Rose fell asleep first, thumb in her mouth. Lily fought it longer, her hand gripping Mira's sleeve. Will he really keep us safe? Lily whispered. Yes. Do you trust him? Mira paused. I'm learning to. Lily's eyes, too wise for 7 years old, searched her face. You like him. I can tell. It's complicated, sweetheart. Daddy would want you to be happy again. The words hit like a punch. Mira's throat closed. She kissed Lily's forehead, unable to speak, and waited until her daughter's breathing evened out before she let the tears fall. She found Dorian in the living room, standing by the fireplace. He'd lit it somehow, flames casting shadows across his face. He looked like something from another time. A painting. A ghost. Can I ask you something? Mira stood in the doorway. Anything. That woman you loved. Claire. What was she like? Dorian's expression softened. Fierce. Like you. She was a schoolteacher in a small village. Everyone thought she was too outspoken, too bold. I thought she was magnificent. How did you meet? I saved her from a rival vampire. One who didn't share my views on humans. He smiled slightly. She thanked me by hitting me with her shoe and telling me she didn't need saving. Mira laughed despite herself. I like her already. You would have. Dorian turned to face her fully. She wasn't afraid of what I was. She saw past it. Saw me. Is that what you want? To be seen? Isn't that what everyone wants? Mira moved closer. The fire warmed her skin. What else aren't you telling me? About why Cassius really wants you dead? Dorian's jaw tightened. He looked away, into the flames. There's a reason I was cast out beyond falling in love with Claire. A reason Cassius fears me. Tell me. I'm not just a vampire lord, Mira. I'm the last of the original bloodline. The first turned. My blood can create others, but it can also destroy. It can break blood bonds, free vampires from their masters, and curses. And Cassius wants that power. He wants me gone because as long as I exist, his control over the coven is fragile. Any vampire I choose to free becomes immune to his command. I'm a threat to everything he's built. So this isn't just about revenge. It's about power. It always is. Dorian finally met her eyes. And I'm sorry. Because you and your daughters are caught in the middle of a war you never asked for. Mira stepped closer still. Close enough to see the flecks of darker gray in his silver eyes. Close enough to feel the cold radiating from him. Why didn't you just let the river take you? Why fight so hard to survive? Because I heard your voice. His voice dropped to barely a whisper. When you were pulling me from the water, breathing life back into me, I heard you begging me to live. Come on, you said. Come on. And I thought, someone still believes I'm worth saving. How could I let them down? Mira's breath caught. I didn't know you could hear that. I heard everything. Your heartbeat. Your fear. Your determination. He reached up slowly, giving her time to pull away, and tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. His fingers were ice, but gentle. You gave me something I haven't had in 90 years. What? A reason. The air between them felt electric. Mira knew she should step back. Should maintain distance. This vampire had brought death to her doorstep. Had put her children in danger. But he'd also made her daughters laugh. Had protected them without hesitation. Had looked at her like she was something precious instead of just tired and broken. Dorian. Her voice came out rough. Yes. When this is over. When Cassius is gone and we're safe. What happens then? His hand fell away. I leave. Let you return to your life. What if I don't want you to? The words hung between them. Dorian stared at her like she'd spoken a language he'd forgotten. You don't know what you're saying. Don't I? Mira held his gaze. I'm 32 years old. I've been a widow, a single mother, barely surviving for 3 years. I know exactly what I'm saying. I'm a vampire, Mira. I'm cold. I drink blood. I'll watch you age while I stay the same. I'll watch you die. Maybe. Or maybe you'll have someone who sees you for however long we get. Isn't some happiness better than none? You would choose this? Choose me? Knowing what I am. I pulled you from a river, didn't I? I think I chose you the moment I refused to let you drown. Dorian's control cracked. She saw it in his eyes, the hunger and loneliness in desperate hope. Mira, if we do this, if we open this door, there's no going back. I will love you with everything I am. I will never leave you willingly. I will fight heaven and hell to stay by your side. Good. Her hand found his chest, pressing against where his heart barely beat. Because I'm tired of being alone. And I think you are too. He caught her hand, pressed it harder against him. You need to understand what you mean to me already. In 2 days, you've become the thing I would burn the world to protect. Then protect us tomorrow. Fight Cassius. Win. And after, we figure out the rest. And if I don't win? You promised me you wouldn't die. I'm holding you to that. His laugh was broken. You're incredible. I'm terrified. That's what makes you perfect. He lifted her hand to his lips, kissed her knuckles. The cold of his mouth against her skin should have felt wrong. Instead, it felt like coming home. A sound from upstairs. Footsteps. Rose calling out from a nightmare. Mira pulled back reluctantly. I should go. I'll keep watch tonight. Dorian's voice was steady again. Nothing will touch this house. She paused at the stairs. Dorian? Thank you. For being honest. Thank you for not running. She smiled. Where would I go? You made excellent pancakes. I'm invested now. His laughter followed her up the stairs, and Mira realized something that should have scared her more than it did. She was falling for a vampire. And she didn't want to stop. She climbed into bed with Rose, soothing her back to sleep, but her mind raced. Downstairs, an ancient vampire stood guard over her family. Tomorrow, another would come to kill him. And she, a broke single mother from Pine Hollow, was going to help him fight. Insane. All of it. But as she drifted towards sleep, Mira felt something she hadn't felt since before her husband died. Safe. Morning came gray and cold. Mira woke to find Dorian in the kitchen again, but this time Lily and Rose were already up, helping him make breakfast. Eggs and toast. Simple. Domestic. Wrong in how right it felt. You let me sleep in. Mira leaned against the doorframe. You needed rest. Dorian flipped an egg with surprising skill. Your daughters assured me they're excellent sous chefs. I cut the bread. Rose held up a butter knife proudly. Very carefully. Lily added. We were very safe. Myra's heart clenched. This was what she'd been missing. Not a husband, specifically. But partnership. Someone to share the weight. Someone who looked at her children with fondness instead of obligation. Come eat. Dorian pulled out a chair for her. We have time before sunset. The meal was easy. Comfortable. They talked about small things. Lily's upcoming school play. Rose's obsession with butterflies. Dorian told them stories of other times, other places. Paris in the 1920s. London during the first snow he'd ever seen. A village in Romania where he was born human. What was your name? Mira asked. Before you returned? Dorian smiled. It's always been Dorian. My maker let me keep it. A small mercy. Do you remember being human? Sometimes. Fragments. My mother's face. The smell of bread baking. The girl I was supposed to marry before the plague took her. He glanced at Rose and Lily. I remember wanting children. A quiet life. You had that once. With your family. From a distance. He set down his fork. I was a shadow in their lives. A protector they never knew they had. I never got to hold my children. Never got to tell them I loved them. The pain in his voice was raw. Mira reached across the table and took his hand. They knew. Somehow, they knew. His fingers laced through hers. Thank you for letting me have this. Even just for a morning. It doesn't have to be just a morning. Lily and Rose exchanged glances. Lily grinned. Are you going to kiss? Rose asked. Rose. Mira felt her cheeks heat. It's a fair question. Dorian's eyes sparkled with amusement. Should I? Not in front of the children. Later then. Myra's stomach flipped. Later. Yes. After breakfast, Dorian helped the girls build a fort in the living room. Blankets draped over chairs. Pillows as walls. He crouched inside the small space, listening to Rose explain the rules of her imaginary kingdom, and Mira watched from the couch. This was dangerous. Not the vampire coming to kill them. That was straightforward. This softness, this hope, was terrifying. Because when you had something beautiful, losing it hurt so much worse. You're thinking too loud. Dorian emerged from the fort, leaving the girls to play. He sat beside her. Not touching, but close. I'm scared. Of Cassius? Of this. She gestured between them. Of wanting something I might not get to keep. Mira, look at me. She did. His eyes were soft. Silver and sad and warm despite the cold of him. I have lived 347 years. I have seen empires rise and fall. I have loved and lost and wandered alone for nearly a century. And in 2 days, you have given me more joy than I've known in lifetimes. Dorian. Whatever happens tonight, whatever comes, I need you to know this was real. You are real. And you've already changed me. How? You made me want to live again. Myra's eyes burned. She blinked hard. You can't say things like that and expect me not to fall for you. Would that be so terrible? Yes. Because you're about to fight for your life, and I can't lose you. Not when I just found you. Then I'll win. He cupped her face, thumb brushing her cheek. I'll win because I finally have something worth surviving for. She leaned into his touch, cold as it was. Promise me. When this is over, we try. We figure out how this works. I promise. And you'll stay? Really stay? For as long as you'll have me. Days, months, years, I'm yours. Forever is a long time. Good. His smile was crooked. Beautiful. I've been alone long enough. Lily poked her head out of the fort. Can Dorian play house with us? He laughed, the sound rich and genuine. It would be my honor. Mira watched him crawl back into the blanket fort, heard him accepting an imaginary cup of tea from Rose, saw Lily drape a scarf around his shoulders as a cape, and felt the last of her walls crumble. She loved him. It was too fast. Too impossible. too dangerous. And she didn't care. The afternoon passed in a bubble of warmth. They played games, read stories. Dorian taught Lily a song in Romanian. Rose fell asleep in his lap, and he held her with a gentleness that made Mira's chest ache. "You're good at this." Mira sat beside him on the couch. "I've had practice. A lifetime ago. You miss them. Your children. Every day. But this, having this moment with yours, it heals something I thought was beyond repair. They're falling for you too. Be careful with them. I will guard their hearts as fiercely as their lives." He looked at her. "And yours, if you'll let me." "You already are." He shifted Rose gently, freeing one hand to reach for Mira. She took it, threading her fingers through his. They sat like that, connected, while the afternoon light faded and the sun began its descent. "It's almost time." Dorian's voice was quiet. "I know. I need you to take the girls upstairs. Lock the door. Don't come out until I call for you." "No. I'm staying. Mira. I can help. I can fight. You can die." His grip tightened. "And that's not acceptable. Neither is you facing this alone. I've faced worse alone. But you don't have to anymore. Don't you see? You're not alone, Dorian. Not anymore." His expression crumbled. Just for a second. Then he pulled her close, wrapped her in his arms despite the cold, and held her like she was the only solid thing in his world. "What did I do to deserve you?" He whispered into her hair. "You survived. You kept going. You were kind when you could have been cruel." She pulled back to look at him. "You were worth saving. As are you. Then we save each other." He kissed her forehead. Soft. Reverent. "All right. We fight together. Together." Lily stirred from the fort. "Is it time?" "Soon." Mira's voice was steady. "Are you scared?" "No." Lily stood, walking over. "Because Dorian won't let anything happen to us. Right?" "Right." Dorian's voice was iron. "I swear it." The sun touched the horizon. The light turned golden, then amber, then red. And in the growing darkness, Mira felt the temperature drop. He was coming. The temperature plummeted. Frost crept across the windows in patterns that looked like claws. The fire in the fireplace sputtered and died, leaving only embers. Dorian moved to the center of the room, every muscle tensed. Mira ushered Lily and Rose behind the couch. Her hands shook as she gripped the iron poker from the fireplace. Dorian had told her iron could hurt vampires. It wasn't much, but it was something. The front door exploded inward. Cassius stood in the doorway, and he was nothing like Mira expected. Beautiful in the way a blade is beautiful. Sharp. Deadly. His eyes were black pits, his smile cold and cruel. 2 other vampires flanked him, including the red-haired woman from before. "Dorian." Cassius's voice was silk over steel. "You've been busy. Playing house with the humans. How quaint. Leave them alone. This is between us. Is it?" Cassius stepped inside, and Mira felt the wrongness of him. Where Dorian was cold but gentle, this vampire was void. Empty. Nothing. Because from where I stand, you've made them part of this. You've put your scent all over this house. All over her. His eyes locked on Mira, and she felt stripped bare. Violated. Don't look at her. Dorian's voice dropped to a growl Mira had never heard. Ancient. Dangerous. Or what? You'll stop me? Cassius laughed. You can barely stand. That iron is still in your system. The river weakened you. You're nothing, Dorian. You're a relic clinging to mortality because you're too afraid to embrace what you really are. I know exactly what I am. Do you? Because I think you've forgotten. Cassius circled slowly, predatory. You're a vampire lord. The first blood. You're meant to rule, to conquer, to feed. Instead, you're here, playing father to human children and pining after a woman who will be dust in 50 years. She's worth more than you'll ever understand. Cassius moved fast. He crossed the room in a blur and grabbed Mira by the throat, yanking her from behind the couch. Lily screamed. Rose cried out. The iron poker clattered from Myra's hand. This? Cassius lifted Mira off her feet. His hand was ice around her throat, squeezing just enough to make breathing hard. This fragile, pathetic thing? This is what you die for? Yes. Dorian's voice was deadly calm. Let her go, Cassius. Make me. Dorian lunged. The two vampires collided with a sound like thunder. They moved too fast for Mira to track, a blur of violence and rage. Furniture shattered. The walls cracked. The red-haired vampire moved toward the children, and Mira didn't think. She grabbed the iron poker and swung with everything she had. It connected with the female vampire's face. The creature shrieked, stumbling back. Her skin burned where the iron touched, smoking and blistering. You little... The vampire snarled, fangs extending. But Dorian was there. He threw Cassius aside and placed himself between Mira and the threat. His eyes were fully silver now, glowing in the dark. His fangs were extended, and for the first time, Mira saw him as what he truly was. A predator. Touch her and I'll rip your heart out, Illyra. The words were a promise. The female vampire, Illyra, backed off. Cassius rose slowly, brushing debris from his coat. He was smiling. There it is. There's the monster I made. You can pretend to be gentle, Dorian, but you're just like us. Violence. Hunger. Death. That's your nature. No. Dorian's voice shook. I'm nothing like you. Aren't you? Cassius tilted his head. Tell me, have you fed since you crawled out of that river? Have you told your precious Mira what happens when we go too long without blood? Dorian said nothing. But Mira saw the tension in his shoulders. The way he didn't need her eyes. Oh, this is delicious. Cassius grinned. He hasn't told you. Should I? Should I explain what happens when a vampire starves? Stop. Dorian's hands clenched into fists. We lose control. The hunger takes over. We become mindless, ravenous beasts that drain anything with a pulse. Cassius stepped closer to Mira. And Dorian hasn't fed in days. He's weak. Starving. Hanging on by a thread. Myra's heart pounded. She looked at Dorian. Is that true? He finally met her gaze, and she saw the shame there. The fear. Yes. Why didn't you tell me? Because I didn't want you to be afraid of me. You should be afraid. Cassius moved between them. Because right now, he's fighting not to drain you dry. You and those sweet little girls. Can you imagine? their small hearts beating so fast, so much blood in those tiny bodies. Shut up. Dorian's voice cracked. How long, Dorian? How long before the hunger wins? An hour? Minutes? I said shut up. You're putting them in more danger than I ever could. At least I'm honest about what I am. Dorian's control wavered. Mira saw it. Saw the way his eyes fixed on her throat. On the pulse jumping there. Saw the hunger flash across his face before he turned away, hands shaking. Dorian. Her voice was small. Don't look at me. You see? Cassius spread his hands. He's a monster, Mira. A beautiful, tragic monster. And monsters destroy everything they touch. That's not true. Isn't it? Look at you. 2 days ago you were safe. Poor, struggling, but safe. Then he came into your life, and now you're about to watch your children die. We're not going to die. But Mira's voice shook. No? Cassius smiled. Because here's the thing. I didn't come here just to kill Dorian. I came to give him a choice. What choice? Dorian turned back, and Mira saw the desperation in his face. Come back to the coven. Bow to me. Acknowledge me as Lord. And I'll let them live. Refuse, and I'll kill them slowly while you watch. Starting with the smallest. Rose whimpered behind the couch. Lily pulled her closer, both girls crying. You're a coward. Mira spat. Threatening children. I'm practical. Cassius shrugged. So what will it be, Dorian? Your pride or their lives? The room fell silent. Mira's ears rang. She watched Dorian, saw the war raging behind his eyes. Saw the moment something in him broke. If I come back, you leave them alone. Forever. You never touch them, never speak of them, never even think of them. Agreed. Swear it. Blood oath. Cassius grinned. Blood oath. No. Mira stepped forward. Dorian, no. Don't do this. I have to. We'll fight. We'll find another way. There is no other way. He finally looked at her, and his expression was shattered. I told you. I will do anything to protect you. Even this. You promised. Her voice broke. You promised you'd stay. And you'll live. That's all that matters. Not to me. Mira, please. Don't make this harder. Harder? She laughed, bitter and broken. You're leaving. You're choosing him over us. I'm choosing your life. I don't want life without you. The words hung in the air. Cassius clapped slowly. How touching. Now come, Dorian. We have much to discuss. Dorian moved toward the door. Each step looked like it cost him everything. Mira grabbed his arm. Don't go. Please. We need you. I need you. He pulled free gently. You'll be safe. That's all I ever wanted. Liar. Tears streamed down her face. You wanted more. You said you wanted to stay. You said forever. I was foolish. You were honest. She gripped his hand, desperate. Don't shut down. Don't run. We can fight this together. I can't risk you. Don't you see? If something happened to you, to Lily or Rose, because of me, I couldn't survive it. So you survive alone instead? That's not living. That's just existing. It's enough. It's not. And you know it. Dorian pulled his hand free. His face had gone cold. Distant. Goodbye, Mira. He walked out the door. Cassius followed, turning at the threshold. Alara moved to join them. Thank you for the entertainment. Cassius gave a mocking bow. Do try to move on quickly. Heartbreak is so unattractive on humans. Then they were gone. The door hung broken on its hinges. Cold air poured in. And Mira stood in the wreckage of her living room, shaking. Mama? Lily's voice was tiny. Mira couldn't answer. Couldn't breathe. She'd let herself hope. Let herself believe. And now he was gone, and it hurt worse than anything she'd ever felt. Worse than losing her husband. Because she'd chosen this. Chosen him. And he'd left anyway. She sank to her knees, and finally, she let herself break. Lily and Rose rushed to her, their small arms wrapping around her. They cried together in the ruins of the home that had, for one bright moment, felt complete. Outside, the night was dark and endless. And Dorian was gone. All right, I need you to be honest with me right now. Have you ever had someone walk away to protect you, and it felt like they were ripping your heart out instead? Have you ever wanted to save someone who wouldn't let you? Tell me in the comments because this part hurt to write, and I know some of you are feeling it too. And listen, if you've made it this far, if you're invested in whether Mira gets her vampire back, you better hit that subscribe button right now. Don't make me beg. Just do it. Because what comes next, you absolutely cannot miss. 3 hours passed like 3 years. Mira sat on the floor surrounded by broken furniture and shattered dreams. Lily and Rose had finally cried themselves to sleep, curled together on the couch under a blanket. The house was silent except for the wind whistling through the broken door. She should fix it. Should clean up. Should do something other than sit here drowning in grief. But all she could think about was the look in Dorian's eyes when he walked away. The defeat. The resignation. Like he'd always known this was how it would end. No. The word came from somewhere deep. Somewhere fierce. No, she wasn't going to accept this. Mira stood, her legs unsteady. She'd spent 3 years surviving. 3 years putting one foot in front of the other because she had to. Because her daughters needed her. She'd buried a husband, worked jobs that broke her body, skipped meals, lived on hope and stubbornness. And she'd pulled a dying vampire from a river because something in her refused to let death win. That same something was screaming at her now. She moved to the kitchen, digging through the drawer where she kept important papers. Birth certificates. Her marriage license. And there, at the bottom, the card the priest had given her years ago when she'd buried her husband. Father Marcus. St. Catherine's Church. The sanctuary Dorian had mentioned. 2 hours north. Her hands shook as she dialed the number scrawled on the back. It rang once. Twice. Hello? An elderly voice, warm despite the late hour. Father Marcus? My name is Mira Hayes. I need help. It's about vampires. Silence. Then, how soon can you get here? 2 hours. But I'm not running. I need weapons. Information. Anything that can help me fight. Fight? Child, you don't fight vampires. You hide from them. The vampire I'm fighting for is worth the risk. Another pause. Longer this time. Tell me everything. So she did. She told him about Dorian, about Cassius, about the impossible choice and the broken promise. She told him about the man who'd made her daughters laugh and held her like she was precious and walked away to keep them safe. When she finished, Father Marcus sighed. "You love him. I barely know him." "That's not what I asked." Mira closed her eyes. "Yes. I love him." "Then you're either very brave or very foolish. Can't I be both?" His laugh was soft. "Come to the church. Bring the children. I'll give you what you need." "But Mira, you should know, the vampire lord he described, Cassius, he's powerful. Ancient. Going after him is likely suicide. Then I'll die fighting instead of living with regret. Your husband would be proud. Or horrified. Perhaps both. He'd understand." She looked at her sleeping daughters. "He'd want me to fight for love. Even the impossible kind. 2 hours. Don't be late." The line went dead. Mira packed quickly. Clothes for the girls. The $40 from her hidden stash. The iron poker. She woke Lily and Rose gently. "We're going on a trip. Are we getting Dorian back?" Lily's eyes were red from crying but fierce with hope. "Yes." "How?" "I don't know yet. But I'm not letting him give up. And I'm not giving up on him." Rose grabbed her stuffed rabbit. "I want him to come home." "Me too, baby. Me too." They loaded into Myra's battered car. The engine coughed twice before catching. The gas gauge hovered near empty, but Mira had enough to make it north. Barely. As she drove through the dark, she thought about Dorian. Wondered where he was. If he was hurting. If he regretted leaving. If he knew she was coming for him. Dorian knelt in the center of the coven's great hall, wrists bound in silver chains. They burned his skin, kept him weak. Kept him compliant. Cassius sat on the throne that had once been Dorian's, looking pleased with himself. Alara and a dozen other vampires circled like vultures, waiting for the show. "Welcome home, brother." Cassius smiled. "I've missed you." Dorian said nothing. He'd been back for 3 hours and hadn't spoken a word. Every time he tried, he saw Myra's face. Heard her voice breaking. "Don't go." He should never have gone to that house. Should never have let himself care. Caring was weakness. Attachment was pain. He'd learned that lesson 100 times over 3 centuries. But God, the way she'd looked at him. Like he was worth something. Like he mattered. "You're thinking about her." Cassius leaned forward. "The human. I can see it in your eyes." Dorian met his gaze. Silent. "It's pathetic, really. You had everything. Power, immortality, respect. And you threw it away for what? A woman who'll be dead in a blink? Children who aren't even yours. She's worth more than all of this." The words came out before he could stop them. Cassius's smile widened. There it is. Emotion. How beautifully human of you. He stood, descending the steps. "Tell me, Dorian. What did you promise her? To stay? To protect her? To love her?" Dorian's jaw clenched. "And now here you are. Broken promises. Again." Cassius circled him slowly. "You left Claire too, didn't you? When the coven demanded it. You chose us over her. That was different. Was it?" Or are you just a coward who runs when love gets difficult? I'm here to protect her. You're here because you're afraid. Afraid that if you stayed, you'd eventually hurt her. Drain her. Destroy her. So you destroyed her heart instead. Very noble. Dorian lunged against the chains. They held. Cassius laughed. Such fire. I almost forgot what you were like when you cared about something. It's been so long since you let yourself feel. What do you want from me? Submission. Loyalty. Your power bound to mine. Cassius knelt, bringing them eye to eye. I want you to stop pretending you're anything other than what you are. A monster. My monster. I'll never serve you. No? Not even to keep your precious Mira safe? You gave your word. Blood oath. I did. Cassius smiled. But accidents happen. Houses catch fire. Cars lose control. Children wander too close to rivers. Dorian's blood ran cold. You swore. I swore I wouldn't touch them. I said nothing about preventing others from touching them. There are so many dangers in the world, Dorian. So many ways fragile humans can break. If anything happens to them, oath or not, I will end you. You'll try. Cassius stood. But you're weak. Starving. Chained. What exactly do you think you can do? Dorian sagged in the chains. Cassius was right. He was powerless. Trapped. And Mira, Lily, Rose, they were out there unprotected. He'd left them to keep them safe, but all he'd done was leave them vulnerable. He'd failed again. Failed the people he loved. Just like always. Alara approached Cassius, whispered something Dorian couldn't hear. Cassius's expression shifted. Amusement. Surprise. Well. It seems your human is more resourceful than expected. What? She's coming for you. Cassius laughed. Can you believe it? She's actually coming here to save you. A single mother with no power, no weapons, no chance. And she's driving toward her death because she loves you. Dorian's heart, slow as it was, stopped completely. No. Oh yes. My scouts spotted her on the northern road. She should arrive within the hour. No, Mira, what are you doing? What she should be doing? Staying home. Staying safe. But love makes people stupid, doesn't it? Send her back. Please. I'll do anything. Anything? Yes. Cassius smiled, slow and cruel. Then here's my offer. Bind yourself to me. Blood bond. Permanent servitude. And I'll let her leave unharmed when she arrives. Blood bond. The words were a death sentence. Once bound, Dorian would be Cassius's slave forever. No will. No choice. A puppet. But Mira would live. Do it. Just like that. No negotiation? Just like that. Cassius drew a silver blade. Impressive. She must be extraordinary. She is. Then let's make sure she survives to mourn you. Cassius cut his palm, then Dorian's. Their blood mixed, black and silver. Dorian felt the bond snap into place like a collar around his soul. His will bent, then broke. Cassius's presence filled his mind, overwhelming everything else. The chains fell away. Dorian could move again. But only as Cassius allowed. There. Done. Cassius wiped the blade clean. When she arrives, you'll tell her you made your choice. That you chose the coven over her. And then you'll watch her leave, knowing you'll never see her again. The cruelty of it was perfect. Dorian would have to break her heart himself. Push her away. Make her hate him. All to keep her alive. I understand. Good. Cassius returned to his throne. Oh, and Dorian? If you try to fight the bond, if you try to warn her or help her, I'll know. And the deal is off. Dorian nodded. He had nothing left. No power. No freedom. No hope. But Mira would live. That was enough. It had to be. Mira pulled up to St. Catherine's Church as the clock struck midnight. Father Marcus waited on the steps, an old man with kind eyes and a leather bag at his feet. You came. You said you'd help. He studied her. You're certain about this? No. But I'm doing it anyway. He handed her the bag. Blessed silver. Stakes of ash wood. Holy water. Not much, but it might give you an edge. Thank you. There's something else. He pulled out a small vial. Blood. From a willing vampire donor. If your Dorian is starving, this will help restore his strength. How did you? I've been doing this a long time, child. I know what love looks like. He pressed the vial into her hand. The coven is east of here. An old estate. But Mira, you need to understand what you're walking into. Cassius will kill you. Or worse. Then I'll die fighting. And your daughters? Lily stepped forward. We're going with her. Absolutely not. Mira turned. You're staying here. No. Lily's chin lifted. Dorian's our family too. We don't leave family behind. Sweetheart, it's too dangerous. You taught us to be brave. Rose's small voice. You taught us to help people. Myra's eyes burned. I can't lose you. You won't. Lily took her hand. Because we're going to win. Father Marcus smiled sadly. Faith and foolishness. The best combination. He blessed them each, a quick prayer over their heads. Go. And may God watch over you all. Mira loaded the weapons into the car. Her daughters climbed into the back seat. As she started the engine, she looked at the church one more time. This was insane. She was driving her children toward a vampire coven to save a man she'd known for 3 days. But as she turned onto the road heading east, Mira felt something settle in her chest. Purpose. Dorian had spent centuries protecting others, sacrificing his happiness for duty. It was time someone protected him. Time someone fought for him the way he'd fought for them. And if she died trying, at least she'd die knowing she'd chosen love over fear. The estate appeared in the distance, dark and looming. Mira pressed the accelerator. She was coming. And heaven help anyone who stood between her and the vampire she loved. The coven's estate rose from the darkness like a cathedral of bones. Gothic spires. Stone walls. Windows that gleamed like eyes. Myra's car sputtered to a stop at the iron gates, engine finally giving up. This is it. She looked at Lily and Rose in the rearview mirror. Stay close to me. No matter what happens. We will, Mama. Lily clutched the iron poker. Rose held her rabbit tight. The gates swung open on their own. An invitation. Or a trap. Mira grabbed the bag of weapons and walked through, her daughters flanking her. The courtyard was empty. Dead leaves scattered across stone. Then the front doors opened, and Cassius stood there, backlit and smiling. Mira Hayes. Welcome. I've been expecting you. Where is he? Inside. Waiting to break your heart. Her stomach dropped, but she kept walking. Through the doors. Down a hallway lined with portraits of vampires long dead. Into the great hall where dozens of them watched from the shadows. And there, in the center, stood Dorian. He looked different. Colder. His eyes met hers and there was nothing in them. No warmth. No recognition. Like he'd carved out everything that made him him. Dorian. Her voice cracked. You shouldn't have come. His words were flat. Empty. I came to bring you home. I am home. This is where I belong. No. She moved closer. You belong with us. With me. He turned away. You were a mistake. A moment of weakness. I'm a vampire, Mira. I don't love. I don't feel. I use. Liar. She was close enough to see the tension in his jaw. The way his hands clenched. Look at me and say it. Say you don't care. He turned, and his eyes were dead. I don't care. The words hit like bullets. Mira stumbled back. Lily grabbed her arm. Mama, something's wrong. What's wrong is you brought children to a vampire's den. Cassius descended from his throne. That's phenomenally stupid. Let them leave. Dorian's voice held a thread of desperation. Our deal, Cassius. Oh, the deal stands. They can leave. Cassius smiled. But first, I want you to feed. What? You're starving. And there's all this fresh blood right here. Show them what you really are, Dorian. Show them the monster. No. It wasn't a request. Cassius's voice turned to command, and Mira saw Dorian's face twist in agony. The blood bond. He couldn't refuse. Dorian's eyes fixed on Mira's throat. His fangs extended. He took a step toward her, fighting every inch. Dorian, stop. Mira held up her hands. I can't. His voice was anguish. Mira, run. Please. I'm not running. You have to. No. She reached into the bag and pulled out the vial. She understood now. Understood what he needed. What she could give him. She uncorked it and held it out. Drink this instead. What is it? Blood. From a willing donor. It'll make you stronger. Cassius laughed. You think that pittance will help him? He's bound to me. He's mine. Maybe. Mira stepped closer to Dorian. Or maybe love is stronger than chains. She pressed the vial into Dorian's shaking hand. Their fingers touched, and she saw something flicker in his eyes. Recognition. Hope. Drink. Please. He brought the vial to his lips and drank. The effect was immediate. Color returned to his face. His eyes brightened. The silver began to glow. Cassius's smile faded. No. That's not possible. You forgot something. Mira kept her eyes on Dorian. He's not just any vampire. He's first blood. Original. And his power doesn't come from you. It comes from something older. Dorian's hands stopped shaking. He looked at the empty vial, then at Mira, and something in him ignited. "You came for me." Wonder filled his voice. "Of course I did. Your family." The word hung in the air. Family. The thing Dorian had lost centuries ago. The thing he'd found again in a broken cottage by a river. And the blood bond, built on dominance and fear, cracked. Impossible. Cassius stepped forward. "You're mine. I own you." Dorian's head lifted. His eyes blazed pure silver. "No. You never did." He moved. Faster than Mira could track. One moment he was beside her, the next he had Cassius by the throat, lifting him off the ground. "You want to know what I am?" Dorian's voice was thunder. "I'm the first. The oldest. The one your bloodline descended from. And I break your bond." His hand glowed with silver light. Cassius screamed. The bond shattered audibly, a sound like glass exploding. Cassius fell, gasping. "You can't. This is my coven." "Was your coven?" Dorian addressed the room. Every vampire watched, transfixed. "I challenge for leadership. By ancient right. Single combat." Cassius rose, fury twisting his features. "You're weak. Starving." "I was." Dorian glanced at Mira. "Not anymore." They fought. It was brutal and fast and terrifying. Mira pulled Lily and Rose back, shielding them. The two vampires moved like lightning, destroying pillars, shattering stone. Cassius was vicious. But Dorian was relentless. And he had something Cassius didn't. Something to fight for. Dorian caught Cassius mid-lunge, drove him to the ground, and placed a hand over his heart. The silver light flared. "Yield. Never. Then burn." The light exploded. Cassius screamed, and when it faded, he was ash. Just ash, scattered across ancient stone. The hall fell silent. Dorian stood, breathing hard, and looked at the assembled vampires. "Does anyone else challenge?" No one moved. "Good. Then hear me. This coven is dissolved. You're free. Live as you choose. Harm no humans unprovoked. Answer to your own conscience. And if I hear of cruelty, I'll come for you myself." Slowly, one by one, the vampires bowed. Some left immediately. Others lingered, uncertain. But the fear had left the room, replaced by something tentative. Hope. Dorian turned to Mira, and the ancient vampire lord faded, leaving only the man who'd played tea party with her daughters. "You came." His voice broke. "You brought the girls into danger for me. You're worth it." She crossed to him. "You're worth everything. I left you. I broke my promise. You were protecting us." "I know. But Dorian, we protect each other. That's what family does." "Family." He looked at Lily and Rose. They ran to him, crashing into his legs. He knelt, gathering them both close. "I'm so sorry. I should never have left. You came back. That's what matters." Lily hugged him fiercely. "Are you staying now?" Rose looked up at him with those wide, trusting eyes. Dorian met Mira's gaze over their heads. "If you'll have me. Truly. Forever is a long time for a human. Then I guess you'll have to turn me someday. Far in the future. When I'm old and gray and our daughters are grown. Our daughters." The words made him close his eyes. You'd really want that? Eternity with me? I pulled you from a river because something in me knew you were meant to be saved. Mira touched his face. I'm not letting you go now. He stood, the girl still clinging to him, and pulled Mira close with his free arm. You gave me my life back twice. Once in that river. Once tonight. You gave me mine too. She leaned into him, cold skin and all. You reminded me what it feels like to hope. I love you. The words came raw and real. I have loved you since you breathed life into my lungs and refused to let me die. I love you too. She smiled through tears. My impossible, dramatic, 300-year-old vampire. He kissed her. Soft and reverent and full of promises. Lily made a gagging sound. Rose giggled. And Mira felt, for the first time since her husband died, complete. When they pulled apart, Illyra approached hesitantly. Lord Dorian, what would you have us do? Live. Be kind. Be free. He looked around the hall. The age of lords is over. We're equals now. Illyra smiled. Then thank you. For releasing us. She left. Others followed, scattering into the night. Within minutes, the hall was empty except for Mira's small family. So, Mira looked around. We're standing in a creepy vampire mansion. What now? Now. Dorian took her hand. We go home. Home. The word had never sounded better. They walked out together. The gates closed behind them. Father Marcus was waiting by the road in an old pickup truck, grinning. Heard an explosion. Figured you won. We did. Mira laughed, giddy with relief and love and exhaustion. Need a ride? Desperately. They piled into the truck bed, all four of them. Lily and Rose curled up between Mira and Dorian. As they drove back toward Pine Hollow, the sky began to lighten. Dawn was coming. Dorian watched the horizon with something like peace. I haven't watched a sunrise in 200 years. Why not? It hurts. The light. I won't burn, but it's painful. Mira threaded her fingers through his. Then we'll get you sunglasses. Lots of them. He laughed. Ridiculous. All of this is ridiculous. And perfect. Yes. He kissed her temple. And perfect. They made it back to the cottage as the sun crested the trees. Dorian flinched at the light but didn't let go of Mira's hand. Together, they walked inside. Home. Mira looked at the broken door, the shattered furniture, the mess they'd left behind. We have a lot of work to do. We have time. Dorian pulled her close. We have all the time in the world. And as Lily and Rose dragged him toward the blanket fort that was somehow still standing, as Mira watched her daughters and her vampire build a new game in the ruins of the old life, she understood something profound. Love didn't fix everything. But it made everything worth fixing. 3 days ago, she'd been drowning. Alone. Hopeless. Now she had a family. An impossible one. A vampire who made coffee and fought monsters and loved her daughters like they were his own. Daughters who believed in saving people even when it was hard. A future that stretched longer than any human should dare to dream. Dorian caught her staring. What? Just thinking. She smiled. About how I pulled a dying man from a river and found everything I didn't know I needed. Fate? Maybe. Or maybe just love. He crossed to her, leaving the girls to play, and wrapped her in his arms. Thank you for seeing me, for saving me, for refusing to give up. Thank you for staying. Always. He pulled back just enough to see her face. For as long as you'll have me. Forever, then. Forever. And as he kissed her, as their daughters laughed in the background, as the sun poured through the broken door and hurt him but he didn't care, Mira knew. She'd saved more than a vampire that night by the river. She'd saved herself. And together, they'd built something neither thought possible. A home. A family. A love that transcended death itself. So here's what I need from you right now, and I'm asking from my heart. If this story touched you, if Mira and Dorian's journey meant something, if you felt even a fraction of what I felt writing this, do two things for me. First, tell me in the comments what part hit you hardest. Was it when Dorian walked away? When Mira refused to give up? When they finally came back together? I want to know what resonated with you because your stories matter to me. Second, and I really mean this, subscribe. Join our family. We are the fastest growing vampire and human love story community on YouTube, and we have so much more coming. More impossible romances. More fierce heroines. More vampires who remember what it means to be human. You are special. You found this story for a reason. Don't let this be the last time we connect. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. Because trust me, what's coming next will absolutely wreck you in the best possible way. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in love, even the impossible kind. Until next time, remember, sometimes the greatest love stories are the ones we fight for. Now go, and carry this story with you. You've just witnessed something beautiful. Don't let it end here.